What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude, Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion. This is the Void Elf Leveling Series, episode number 41, or 44 rather. And today I'm going to be playing Locksoul. He's our level 83 Warlock. And I'm going to try Affliction out today. We're going to see how that works in Vash'jir. We're doing the underwater level. And we're also going to be doing some dungeon queues in the process. Now, the dungeon queues, Mists of Pandaria dungeons are fine. Like, we can handle those. The most groups can easily get through a Mist of Pandaria dungeon. It tends to be a different story. I don't know if it's like the pool mechanics or if it's like the boss fights or what. Something about these dungeons is off-putting to tanks and healers, and they just end up dipping out of the dungeon in the middle of the run. So I actually want to see if we can do some Cata dungeons. Most Mists of Pandaria dungeons, like I said, we could do the Temple of the Jade Serpent, no problem. And like I've even done the some of the previous ones, like the Storm Stout Brewery, that's easily done. Temple of the Jade Serpent's fine. Shadowpan Monastery's okay. Meshogun Palace, I've been, or Mogushan Palace rather, I've been in a group that's tried to do those, but that one can be kind of difficult for a lot of the tanks and heals. Gate of the Setting Sun has like some kind of RP moment, and that takes a little bit, but for the most part that's pretty manageable as well. But Blackrock Caverns, Throne of the Tide, Stone Core, Vortex Pinnacle, these tend to like break some groups up. So we'll see if we can get into some groups today so I can illustrate my point a little better. We're trying Affliction out as well, so that's going to be something else that's going to be kind of interesting to see develop on the stream today. And Cuz has been in Black Temple. He's been linking me all this gear from Black Temple, like the Black Bow of the Betrayer. He hopes it goes into collections. It didn't say it, QQ. He wants these transmogs. I believe he might be getting ready for the Trial of Style coming up. Not Nespera is the ancient shelled creature that rests outside of this cave. Why Nespera would submit to the Naga, however, is beyond my understanding. We can enter Nespera's body cavity through a small tube. Alright, I'm in there. I must first fetch my master, then meet you on the inside. We'll convene in Nespera's northwestern entrance. So I gotta go to the northwestern entrance and get my follower, I guess. There's supposed to be a guy that showed up to run with me. Cuz said, I guess. Where is, Here he is. Oh no. Are both of these guys? Okay, I think these guys are mine. I thought these were other players. Her body appears even larger from the inside. Fascinating. And Arunak was like, amazing. Then the Tauren guy was like, look, Void Elf, I see a man and an orc chained up as slaves mining Nespera's pearl. And I see a Naga holding the whip. Something must be done. What's over here? Oh, they're running. So I gotta go do something with that orc apparently, and then let's find out what they do over here. Find a way to communicate complete. Alright, nice.
Peace, friend.
Peace, friend. Whenever you're ready, Duran. Actually, I need to actually set up my mods back for the stream so we don't miss all of what's happening.
We shall meet again.
Whenever I'm off stream, I set it on speedy mode so I could just like zoom through these quests. But while we're on stream, I'll be reading these and we'll find out what's happening. I'm hoping for a better stream quality today because my graphics card updated yesterday. So far it looks like it doesn't affect my upload. My upload's still very sporadic for some reason. Thank you, Spectrum. It's gotta be my ISP that's doing that to me. Okay, so we've done that. Now Dougie. Dougie questing. We'll uncheck auto quest except auto turn in. And then speak with Earthmender Duran. Alright, let's see what he says. Whenever you're ready, Duran. Spirit of life, lend me your aid. Grant me the clarity to speak with this creature. The Earthmender Duran shuffles uncomfortably. Nothing is happening. Something must be preventing me from speaking with her.
What brings you here?
He says, that didn't go well. For some reason, the beast won't speak back to me. Duran is clearly frustrated. If only Aeronach had not left us, he would know exactly what to do. Okay, this creature, she's quite old and very wise. We stand to learn a great deal about Vash'jir and the Naga if we can only speak with Nespera. So he has two quests for us: slave labor. It will take some time to break through this barrier and communicate with Nespera. In the meantime, you could save some of those men in the Naga that the Naga have enslaved in the pits below. Duran produces a length of rope from within his robes. This should come in handy.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
And stick it to him. I may be unable to communicate directly with the beast Nespera, but I can still feel some things indirectly. For example, I can clearly sense that Nespera is not happy about the Naga presence here. When we first entered Nespera's body, I saw a dozen sentinels and enchantresses patrolling the central chamber floor. Perhaps some of the Ancient One's pain will be alleviated if we remove them.
Go in peace.
So, Nespera is essentially infected with Naga, and we're the pill that's gonna cure the disease. It's time for a culling. So we gotta rescue pearl miners and kill Nagas. We'll work our way closer to the center spire here. We'll try to dot a few up and grab them all at once. Ow. He had an interrupt ready. You see, here's a pearl miner. Let's grab him.
I am out of range.
Ah, so I lift him out. Okay. I don't even need to target any, I guess. I can just use it. Oh, I thought that enslaved horde miner was helping me, but he's actually, I accidentally AoE'd him. So he's actually attacking me. Damn, I'm supposed to rescue these things and I'm all like attacking them now. He said, Mog Roth Oak. He's speaking Orcish. Okay, I see. Like, what the hell does that mean? We got the Voidwalker being healed from our drained soul. When we dot these targets up, as we drain soul, we heal ourselves, but we also heal our pet, I guess, in affliction. I may need to actually like give him a health funnel though, because it's not very meaningful healing. It's just keeping him where he's at. Oh, and he died. Or I could just let him die and resummon him. Enslaved Alliance Mage. Looks like they're doing something to the heart of Nepistroph. Can I use the rope on him? No, I can't. So I can only get the pearl miners. I can't get the mages. I'm sure the mages are probably like step 2 of this quest or something, I bet. Alright, we need 2 more sentinels and 2 more enchantrists. You may notice that I've switched my talents up a bit too. In my talent tree I went with on the level 15 tier, I grabbed Malefic Grasp, and it says while channeling Drain Soul, your damage over time effects deal 25% increased damage to the target. So all the dot damage that I'm doing is increased by 25% while I'm draining soul. I also grabbed Absolute Corruption, so it's like 1 less dot I have to refresh, and it deals 25% damage, so 25% increased damage. With Malefic Grasp, it's like 50% extra damage from Corruption. You add that 25 in this one. Also, I got Demonic Circle as always, because that with my Void Elf teleport makes my mobility pretty good. Phantom Singularity, I'm still a fan of this. I wonder if the dot damage from this is actually increased by 25%. I think it might be, but what's cool about this is it's also a 15-yard range AoE for 14.6, well, essentially 15 seconds. And it heals me for 20% of the damage done, so a bigger group, the bigger the heals. I've also got Burning Rush just for the mobility again. Maybe it's a little bit over, maybe I may be overdoing it, but sprinting through the dungeon's kind of nice. Like if I'm falling behind or I need to catch up, it's kind of cool. Dark Pact is like a defensive cooldowns, and Demon Skin's like a passive, like what is it? Soul Leech absorbs. Or Soul Leech's absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 1% of maximum health every 1 second, and may now absorb 20% of maximum health. So, like, it just empowers my Soul Leech from my drained soul. But yeah, I think I prefer the movement speed. Mobility is king. Looks like we're just about to ding level 84 already. At some point, I think after I finish this little chain here, I'll be going outside and I can show you like who Nepistroph actually is, the thing that we're helping with these Nagas and stuff. But you can probably see it's like a giant squid. We're inside of it. This thing in the zone, it's like a mountain that's sitting in the zone. It's actually a creature, an ancient creature that the Tauren guy was trying to communicate with. Alright, we need we can actually mount in here. I didn't realize that. We need an enchantress. She's our last one.
Well deserved.
Alright, now just a couple more, 2 more miners rescued. There's 2 right here. We're probably gonna have to kill that guy though. Let's grab a group here. We have to make sure that we put that Phantom Singularity on a target that has a lot of hit points too. Because as we're draining him, I think it equally drains everybody around, or equally does damage to everybody around. But I think Drain Soul increases the damage that Corruption's doing, and Agony probably, to just that one target, so they'll die pretty quickly if they got those on them.
Well
Cuz got the
deserved.
dagger. He's farming Black Temple with all his tunes in hopes of getting the Warglaives, I guess.
Greetings, traveler.
Excellent work, Locksoul, although I'm afraid I haven't been nearly as productive as you have. You've just been staring at the brain. That's level 84. Alright. Nespera is pleased. Perhaps she will finally speak to us, because we cleared out the slaves and the Nagas. Everything in my body tells me that Nespera is trying to speak to me, but I cannot hear her. Perhaps the Nagas have done something, or the Naga have done something to her voice. He thinks to himself for a moment. Nespera's voice may be suppressed. That means we'll need to find a voice for her. I've got it! The Idrakes have been known to train deep seeker crabs as battle companions. Use this net to capture a crab, and bring it to me. You will likely find them prowling the chamber's outer edges.
Ancestors.
Alright, let's go get a deep seeker crab. I think inside the cave, right? The outer edges inside? Nespera's fluid. It's an aberration. Okay, so these are aberrations. The oozes. Didn't know this. Alright, we gotta kill the Idrakis harpooner guy. But we want to keep the crab up. There we go.
Well deserved.
Well, that was easy. Alright, let's go take this captured crab back to... What's his name? He had a weird Tauren name. I forgot it already. Earthmender Duarn? He says, I hope this works. My skills as a shaman are limited, and I fear that my task is may be too much for us. Here's a deep seeker crab. Duarn takes the crab and disguises a frown. It doesn't look very impressive, does it? A trained shaman has the ability to communicate with the 4 elements, earth, fire, air, and water. This is known. What is not widely known, however, is the presence of a 5th element. This element is not clearly described as the other 4, but it has to do with the shared commonality between all living creatures. My theory is that the crab, as a creature of the sea, is close enough to Nespera that, with the elements coaxing, we can convince it to act as Nespera's mouthpiece. Okie dokie.
The eternal sun shine.
Let's speak with Nespera.
Go in peace.
Oh wow. Ah! What's happening? Can you hear me? I can't see you, but I can sense your presence. I'll explain what I can. I guess this is working. The Naga are suppressing my will. I can feel that they're doing it, but I'm powerless to act. They mine my pearls, they carve my body, and they distort my mind. I can feel my will breaking strangers.
Well deserved.
They mean to use me for war. The voice of Nespera says, yells rather, I will not be a tool of the Naga. I will resist as long as I can, but I can't last forever. Please, someone stop them. Pink Rose said, hi Elude, how's you doing today? What's up, Pink Rose? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I'm a level 84 warlock. I'm trying to get level through. I decided not to go to Miss the Pandaria on this guy, but instead to work my way through Cata. And I did the underwater level. We're currently trying to rescue Nespera from these Naga that have infected it. Nespera's like this mountain in Vash'jir, but actually turns out to be a living creature. Breaking through. I had assumed that the Naga were only here for those pearls. No, this makes much more sense. If they had Nespera's power under their control, the amount of damage the Naga could do would be catastrophic. Interesting. Something must be done. Dorn closes his eyes, pauses, and nods. Nespera has just informed me that we're not the only people fighting inside of a shell, or inside of this shell rather. A small group of Alliance slaves has escaped and is currently fighting off the Naga on the other side of the shell up on a ledge that overlooks Nesperaw's heart. Go find them, Locksoul, and see what they can lend us. With their aid, we may be able to rouse Nespera from her torpor. I will remain here should you need anything.
Walk with the earth, mother.
Alright, let's go see. On the other side of the shell. So I think, if I remember correctly, I could just run across around the outer edge here. I want to say it's up over, yeah, there's a flag, but that's a Naga flag, so maybe that's not it. I don't know. We'll see. My guess was take the right path instead of the left one. There's something up here. There's a lot of dead creatures. Maybe this is where it's at. Oh no, he's harpooning me. Ow. These are orcs. Windspeaker Torilla here.
How may I aid you?
I don't like the feel of this place, Locksoul. Run, run, run. She didn't have a quest. The warlord there. I may be going the wrong way by going up here. I feel like I went too far up. Need to go out, back, around, and underneath. We're queued for some Cata dungeons. I want to get a better look at these Cata dungeons because the last few days I've been queuing for Mist of Pandaria specifically, because the few times I actually got in a group for a Cata dungeon, it's just fallen apart right at the beginning. It's like it's too hard for people. And I try to explain and not be like snarky or anything and let people know like, oh hey, there's this mechanic coming up, but like most people don't care or listen. They just kind of like pull all willy-nilly however they please, and then the group wipes, and then everybody leaves. This guy's outfit, Captain Taylor. Locksoul, is that you? We know Captain Taylor. This is the guy from the boat. He listens to you intently. Alright, we need to get rid of this prophet here. Alright, there we go. It says, this is Body Blows. Captain Taylor listens intently to your recount of Dwarn and Nespera's conversation. My suggestion? Look around the creature's flesh for signs of weakness. Maybe a weapon of yours will find a ticklish spot and force the beast to come to its senses. Attack 7 Nespera abscesses along the walls of their body. So he thinks we're going to tickle her out of it. I honestly don't know how we survived the song. The Naga took my armor and weapons and left me with rags and a mining pick, and that snapped in half long ago. This is Admiral Dvorak. If we're ready to stand any hope of turning the tide, I'm gonna need something to fight with us, as will my companions, though they may be too proud to admit it. I've seen weapon racks in the Naga storage areas nearby. I'm not accustomed to fighting with the trident, but it'll sure be better than fighting with my fists. And we're gonna get a sweet ring from that quest. Let's talk to Wave Speaker Valorin. My time in the Pearl Pits, however short, has made me curious about the Naga's goals. Yes, I know that the Naga want to use Nespera as an engine of war, but if that's the case, then why are they enslaving men to minor pearls? Assuming we can escape the creature's hull, I would very much like to study these objects. The pearls we found in the pits were much too large to carry, but I've seen the warlords and prophets occasionally carrying smaller ones. Alright, so we're gonna go get 5 pearls as well. Let's take out the warlord here. He has a a pearl as well. So some are carrying them and some are just lootable. Alright, that's one. We're getting weapons as well. This is an abscess they said to attack. This ambusher was a stealth Naga. I didn't know Naga could stealth. That's 2 of 7 of the abscess, and then we need 1 more polearm and 4 more pearls.
Well deserved.
That's the last of the polearms. Oh no, it's another stealther. The Dane said, "Hello Elude, I believe your audio is about 5 to 10 seconds in front of your video, just to inform you." Oh man. That's not good. Let's see. How could we test that? I'm gonna do LOL. There's LOL. I don't know. Maybe I would have to shut the stream down and restart it again? I know it probably has something to do with my fluctuating bitrate. My upload's like, it's right around 2500, but it'll drop down to like 800 here and there. The only thing I can think of is make sure that on the, what is it, the bottom left hand side of the screen, you have the live button selected. But it may very well be an issue on my end as well, because my upload's been very boo-boo lately. I blame the thunderstorms. How about you, Pink Rose? Are you having the same issue? I went and watched back one of my streams the other day, and I actually saw like the audio was almost like a minute off of what was going on in the video, and that was as I was still uploading, I think. But I gave it like, I don't know, a day, and went back and watched the same video, and the audio was lined up better. I don't know why that is. I think while it's in the process of uploading to their server, the YouTube server, the YouTube ingestion server rather, it can get offset sometimes depending on how your codec's encoding. But yeah, that's a pain. I don't want it to be like that for everybody. Pink Rose said you got the same issue? Damn. Alright, I might need to take it down because I was tweaking settings, so I'll have to like revisit what's done here. We'll go ahead and park right here in this little safe area and get that done. I'll be right back, hopefully within the next 10 minutes or so. We'll see.